Hi everybody, it's time for Bubble Talk with Burge. Are you ready to get burged? And are you ready to find out what your bubble talk is about something? And remember, what bubble talk is that subconscious thought that keeps you from getting what you want. It's that little voice in your head, or it's that bubble above your head like the cartoon characters. And the cartoon characters are thinking something, and that is what they are thinking. That's their belief system. That's their subconscious belief. And oftentimes, hi Tamara, oftentimes your subconscious and your conscious beliefs are not aligned. Okay? And so what we do with our bubble talk, you have bubble talk about everything. Bubble talk about love, about relationships, about money, about business, about your purpose, about why do I make a difference, about your family, about people you work with, about religion, okay? Everybody has their own little bubble talk, their own subconscious beliefs about all kinds of things. And so that is where we delve into in all of our classes and all of our experiences that we offer you with Essence of Being and all of those programs and our Conscious Leadership Academy. So ask yourself, are you a conscious leader? Yes or no? What is a conscious leader? What does that mean? So do you have courage? Do you have empathy? Do you have the ability to know what your boundaries are? Do you know where your hidden beliefs are? Are you able to connect with people in a way that can uplift them? Because that's what we're doing. We are creating we're building this global movement with you as partners and conscious leaders, empowering others to create a win-win world. Wouldn't that be awesome? So just so you know, I'm giving you an update. I am doing our Conscious Leadership Academy with our friends over in Liberia. We're doing them for 15 to 25-year-olds. So you can actually you can donate to our Healing Forest Foundation, and that'll go for a good cause, because we're going to be donating and raising funds to help the 15 to 25-year-olds in Liberia. And they're going to be doing our online programming, and I'll be live with them with webinars and that type of thing to help them come out of where they are with, they've gone through wars. There's a lot of sex trafficking, a lot of commercial sexual things going on. The children are having to work, a lot of unemployment, homelessness, abandonment, really losing faith in humanity, yes? And so what we're going to be doing is, hopefully, with these kids and young adults, and also the adults there, is to give them a new way of being, a new way of looking at themselves, to be conscious leaders, to really understand what relationships can do for them and how to create abundance and wealth, and how to basically survive, and not just survive but thrive, and how to communicate so they feel heard, to be able to not be afraid, to know that they're safe, to know that they add value and that they have worth, to be great leaders and to uplift other people, and to step out of, whatever situation they're in, poverty, or maybe it's just they want to have a better life and they just want to feel like they're loved. And that could be you too, all right? So if you feel like maybe there's something else for you in the world, or you want to up-level your game, come join us at the Conscious Leadership Academy. You can go to essenceofbeing.com/CLA, which stands for Conscious Leadership Academy. So with that, I've had a lot of things come up for me about commitment from other people. And again, I've talked about this before, about when people commit to doing something, sometimes yes means no, okay? And sometimes no means yes, right? So how do you differentiate the two? And if you make a commitment to somebody and you say, I'm going to do something, and then you end up not doing it, okay? For whatever great reasons you have, what you're doing is you're teaching that other person how to trust you or not trust you. You're teaching them how to treat you. You're saying to that other person that you've made an agreement with, I'm not trustworthy. Especially if you don't communicate, okay, the actual agreement. If you don't communicate negotiating the new agreement or saying something. Now, communication to some of you means emailing or texting. Just so you know, That's 7% of communication. And we're going to be going into our communication module, interestingly enough, in the next couple of weeks, okay? We're still in the relationship module right now, but in the Conscious Leadership Academy. But the one day coming up is Essence of Communication. And if you've got a business, if you've got a family and you just want to communicate better, if you want to be heard and seen and be able to, how do I not bulldoze somebody, or how do I speak up, from both sides of the equation there. And if you just want to get some better tools on how to communicate with everybody in your world, come do the one day. But also our Essence of Being is next weekend in Atlanta, and that's our 3-day experience. So I invite all of you to come to that, because I'm only going to do it 2 more times this year. So time is now. Give yourself that gift. Okay, speaking of gift, if you do not communicate with the person that you've made an agreement with, and in my world, communication means you actually talk to them. I know it's very weird to a lot of millennials out there about talking. How do we talk to people? In other words, our programming is so much so that a text or an email, is how people communicate, or a Facebook post. So that connection that you get, you miss out on you miss out on tone. Tone is 38% of communication. You miss out on that. How many times have you been misunderstood from a text or an email or a Facebook post? Okay? It's because there's no tone attached to it. The other thing is, body language is 55%. So when you go into a Zoom call or in person, or somebody can see you while they are speaking to you, that's 100%, because you have body language, okay, and tone and words, duh. So just consider that next time when you are communicating. And a lot of people have this fear around being seen or heard, or and they'd rather just, it's very easy and not, quote, confrontive, especially if you're breaking an agreement, or if you are saying something that feels awkward, okay? That's easier just to go, well, I'll send an email or a text, okay? That way you don't have to really be responsible for the person's reaction right at that moment, okay? But what you're missing, okay? Hey, Anna, miss you. What you're missing when you do that, though, is you're missing that whole tone and that connection that you have with the person, okay? And there's less miscommunication that will happen that way. I will guarantee you that, okay? So if you want to be clear, then that's the best way to communicate with me, all right? And may I suggest, it'd be a great thing to practice, to be able to talk to people either through Facebook. You could do Facebook Live like I'm doing, or you can do a Zoom call, or you can pick up the phone is better than just the typing, okay? So that's my little nugget for you today, and I challenge all of you out there, if you've made an agreement with somebody and you need to renegotiate that agreement, please just don't send out a text or an email about it. And believe me, you'll respect you and they'll respect you more if you just stand up and stand in your power and say, you know what, I know I agreed to this, and things happen and change, and I have to do it this way, or I choose to do it this way, and I need to renegotiate. And believe me, it might feel awkward to start with, but I challenge all of you out there to do that. To pick up the phone or use some kind of connection, whether it's face-to-face, or whether it's Zoom, or whether you can at least make a phone call, okay? Because at least you get a little more than just the written text. And I always say that's the chicken way. Okay, so really stand in your power and say, I choose to be heard, and I choose to say yes or no, or I need to change things. And believe me, the more you do that, the more you'll be respected, and the more you'll respect yourself, okay? Which is part of that communication module and that relationship module we were talking about, whether you're a victim or a self-protector or a rescuer, okay? You remember that part. Okay, so let's pull one. Thank you for the little heart, Anna. Let's pull one. I miss you, and see what our focus is. And that you got my challenge to really just start communicating 100% as opposed to 7%. Okay, let's see what it says. Oh, I guess this was for me today. I now allow others to love and support me. I now allow others to love and support me. That was for me today. Okay, because I'm feeling a little bit unsupported by the universe right now. Okay, I am worthy of love, support, and grace. So let's all say that together, right? I am worthy of love, support, and grace. La. So a lot of times support looks different for people. They think they can just do it on their own. And maybe they have never felt what support feels like, or allowing other people to really love them and to support them. And maybe support brings up all kinds of past experiences of either you were let down or you never had it and you had to do it yourself. And if I have to do it myself, then that's fine, because that means I won't let myself down, okay? Or we think. So I don't need anybody else. So those are the people that don't have relationships. Those are the people that go hide somewhere. Those are the people that don't allow themselves to fully express who they are and be seen. And you're missing out. You're missing out if you don't allow others to love and support you. And guess what? You don't have to do anything in return. You don't have to do anything in order to allow that support, because the support is there from the universe, from others, and from yourself. You're basically saying to yourself, I choose to allow. Okay? I choose to allow love in my life. I choose to allow support. Maybe you've never done that before. Maybe you don't know what that looks like. Maybe you have had that before and, like I said, been let down. So instead of closing it off and saying, I'm not going to do that anymore, I'll just do it myself. Because what you're in it when you do that, you're saying, please love me, love me, love me, be with me. And at the same time, you're doing this, you're stopping. So you're saying, love me, not really. Come to me, not really. Okay? Help me, but not really. So it's very confusing. It's very confusing to other people, and it's confusing to the universe to say, help me, but not really. Because help is along the way. Help comes, and support comes. And if you don't like the word help, change it to support. Okay? Everyone needs support. Everyone. That's why you get into a relationship. That's why you have kids. That's why you connect with people. It's that to know that you are not alone. Okay? And if you try to keep doing things on your own, alone, then you're missing out on what you can give to someone else, okay, and what you can mean to someone else, because you have an effect in the world, okay? If you don't allow yourself to go there with people or to show up, you're doing them a disservice, okay, because you make a difference and you matter. And if you don't know that, then you're going to just stay where you are and do everything by yourself. The other part of it not only is how are you adding value to them, but gee whiz, having value is also helping other people know their value. In other words, if you allow someone to give to you, to give you support, do you think that makes them feel good? Does it make you feel good when you help somebody? Sure. So when you allow someone to support you, you're giving them a gift. You're saying, hey, I am giving you this gift, because giving and receiving is the same energy. Hi, Michael. So when you are allowing yourself to say, I'm going to let you support me, you're giving them a gift because it makes them feel good. And if you don't do that, then you're missing out on allowing them to feel better, okay? That you're part of that process, okay? You're part of that. So it's not all about gimme, gimme, gimme. It's about how can I show up and give back to you by allowing you to give to me. How cool is that, right? Hi, Dana. California's watching. So that's what it's all about, everybody. I now allow others to love and support me. And so I challenge all of us this week. Two things is, if you are used to texting or emailing people, especially about broken agreements or those types of things where it's more than just a quickie meet me at, okay? Pick up the phone. Use that extra part of the tone that you miss out on. see each other face to face, do a Zoom call or a Skype or something, or a Facebook, whatever it is, Facebook Live or whatever it's called, okay? Or FaceTime or something. So you get the full 100% communication, especially if you are trying to renegotiate something that you've committed to, because you'll respect yourself and they will respect you more as well, even though it may feel awkward at first, okay? But commit to doing that. I challenge all of us to do that this week. The other thing is, I now allow others to love and support me. Just know, if you say yes to allowing support in your life, you're giving a gift. And that support is necessary. We are pack animals, okay? So allow yourself to receive love and support. And I will do the same. I'm sure I pulled that for me, because I'm feeling like the universe is not supporting me. Like, what the hell? What else do I have to do, right? Have you ever felt that way? So this was pulled for me. I don't know if it makes any sense to you, but go ahead and post down in the comment section about how you can love and now allow others to love and support me, and what that looks like. Everybody's support looks different, and maybe you don't even know what it looks like because you just have been, I'll do it myself, for so long, that you're basically not allowing that other person or people to give to you to make them feel good about themselves. Remember, when you receive and allow people to support you and love you, you're giving a gift back to them. So it's not all about you, okay? So you're adding value to them, and you're also adding value to you. It's a full circle. So giving and receiving is the same energy. I encourage you to do that, and I choose to allow the universe to support us next weekend at Essence of Being. And I will see you at Essence of Communication, which is our next module for all of you conscious leaders out there. So until we meet again, you've been Burged.